Alright boys, we've got an Orc versus Undead here against a very high MMR opponent, Sheik. Just a year ago, I played against him in a best of 3 in the Back to Warcraft Weekly quarterfinals. Before I would get eliminated by Dice, the Night Elf pro player. And I managed to beat Sheik 2-0, but he's such a strong opponent, and since then, I've gotten a whole lot more rusty. And he's kept on grinding, and now we can see his MMR is almost 200 higher than mine. So it should be a good match. Can be a try-hard game. I'm going to try to take you through all of the decisions that I'm making this game. Now, I sometimes make that attempt, and then I fall quiet sometime. If that happens this game, please forgive me. It means that my neurons are firing in overdrive. But I'll do my best. So, first of all, not a full wall off here against the trees, because enemy has a military unit, ghouls, that can fit through gaps where heroes and grunts cannot. So if I fully wall off one half of my base by making the buildings here and here, ghouls would have the allowance to go here, and my blade and grunt would have to go all the way around. So you don't want to make a death trap in your own base that disadvantages yourself when, you know, your own base should be your haven, your safe space. So still, to a degree, this is open for ghouls and closed for grunts, but it's fine, like it's not as bad. There's also the possibility he's gonna go for Crypt Lord and Beetles. Beetles and skeletons follow the same size collision rules as ghouls. So he could do like a full ghoul beetle skeleton surround on the burrow, take it out, and there's nothing my blade could do about it. I would attack from here. Then he moves here and then I have to go all the way around. So even this is not ideal, but I wasn't thinking yet when I built that. I prefer a bit more of an open base design against undead. This is useful though if you later get the fortified defenses upgrade and the burrow is still there, because in that event you can use the fortified burrow to stave off some attacks from any, you know, crypt fiends potentially. So I do like it for that. So these days against undead, I like to go for a blade creeping an item, and then the grunt scouting to see if he's like taking his natural fast. Natural means your main fast expansion location. So we take the item. It's a ring. Some people on YouTube have noticed there's been a lot of ring drops recently. It's true. Items were changed a bit. So he is fast creeping with the Crypt Lord. Not a whole lot of units. So that's a very minimalist opening. We're gonna try to cancel as many ziggurats as possible. The more ziggurats we cancel, the more it costs him. He also is not gonna get level 2 from this. Acolyte damage is also decent in moments like this. Heal the grunt, run. He's gonna try to surround it, which means we have to set a path to keep running. He's also keeping units on my blade to cancel. Now, he has no Nerubian. And he has no more dust, so my next Windwalk will be useful. Try not to buy boots of speed, because it costs you a lot of money, and it's going to delay future things. So the main goal here, we can't cancel the ziggurat anymore. The main goal here is to make sure that his gold mine starts as late as possible. Anything after 4 minutes is winnable. It's already after 4 minutes. So he's going to try to do a block and prevent me to get to the mine. Nerubian isn't done yet, so this should be another cancel. Try not to get surrounded, because although he doesn't have Impale, he still does a lot of normal damage. I think we just hit it here and then Windwalk out. Alright, very good. Do not get greedy and do it again. Speed scroll gets me out. This is fine. It's very important to understand that when you cancel things, you need to know when to stop. And I know I am allowed to stop now because I have experience with the game. And I know that anything that starts after 4 minutes is okay. Now, I have a clock that says 5 minutes. He started at like 4:45. That's totally fine. How do you know if you're playing? Whether it's after 4? Well, you can match it up to your build. So, for instance, it was roughly when my tier 2 finished. Right? As long as you remember that, then you'll know. Okay, you know, if gold mine starts before or after this, it's roughly this and that time. So now let's see if he's finishing this camp. He has finished it. Now we're gonna take this big camp. And then we're gonna buy some items with Shadow Hunter. Scroll the Beast is really neat. I'm almost thinking we can go in to burn his gold mine. But no. So he has found me, so now he knows what I'm creeping. Now we're gonna make a walker. The goal here is Tiny Great Hall walker. And then Shredder. That's great. Now, I didn't check if he has Expo, which I should check, but I didn't. Sorry, not if he has Expo, if he has a town portal. But I presume that he doesn't, because generally they don't. That's why I felt like Scroll of the Beast is a worthwhile investment to try and hurt him. Now, normally I would go for my own laboratory, but I'm feeling I could go for his. This is not something I would normally dare, but I feel like it's kind of okay now because his Criplord died. And the reason you need to go for this at all is because you're gonna make a Shredder. And the Shredder is needed to have enough wood after you expand. So we buy the Shredder, it walks home, and the good thing about taking this one is he now no longer later has access to this one. And we're gonna put a sentry without him knowing it. This allows us to know a lot. Normally I'm making TC now, but I don't have the burrow yet. He is going tier 3 already. Let's go get our tiny Great Hole and expand. And make master training walkers. Criplord, he was greedy and chose not to do a tavern rebuy. So that gives him more money, which puts more emphasis on the amount of units that he can produce. Is he gonna get Invis? Invul and Mana Pot. Yeah, Invis, okay. That's fine. Now we're gonna get TC. There's a slaughterhouse. DK. I'm thinking it could be Mass Destroyers. We don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but it could be Mass Destroyers. What we'll do is we'll do a Spirit Link on Peons, which makes them not die as easily when we link it with Army. I don't know why he revealed himself already. Maybe he felt like I know. I don't think it's going to kill anything. This is not going to do much. So now we're going to go double bestiary.
I have an axe to grind. What? Pass it there. I am one. I am yours. Work complete. What do you want? Troubles you. I am yours.
Fortified defenses. And it's probably mass destroyers, honestly. So the B series are for Wind Riders. Yeah, it's just gonna be mass destroyers. So I think we can also just do Bat Riders. Not gonna make torrents then, in that case.
Excellent choice. I am yours. Yes, Lord. What task is there? Work complete. I am yours.
Let's just start Bat Rider production immediately. He's just trying to keep me busy and then make a million destroyers. That's about it.
I am yours. Work complete. Whatever you want. Yes, Lord.
Yeah, he's gonna go already, so I need to produce now. There's no more waiting. And we have fortified defenses. So that's good. I think we should stop creeping too. He's probably gonna come already.
Yes, Lord. I am one.
Yeah, the gargoyle is literally for there he is. The gargoyle is literally because he expects Wind Riders. Just delaying.
I am one.
Oh shit. Oh, come on. That's really sad. That could have gone a lot better, if I'm being honest with you. Bad control.
I answer the call. I stand. We need more gold. We need more gold. What trouble? Something to do with. We're under attack. I am at one. I answer the call. I dream. Hello. I am yours. Just as I foresaw. Yes, Lord. I see. I dream. What task is there? I answer the call. I am yours. Yes, Lord. I need order.
No shop yet, so we cannot remake Bat Riders. We can only make Wind Riders.
What task is there? Yes. Oh, troubles. Yes, Lord. I am one. Yours. Yes, Lord. I am yours.
Oh, I thought he lit. I thought he died. There goes my shadow. Ah, what a scuffed game. We had a chance. Ah. Just had to keep my hero alive.
I am one. We're under attack. I am yours. Just as I foresaw. Just as I foresaw. I dreamed. Return to the earth. I dreamed. Our town is under attack. Are there enemies above? Bring it on! We're under attack! Yes. I am yours. The order. Something to do.
I had a lot of money too at the end. I really feel like we were in a winning position. I just needed like a couple of heal pots. Probably keep the Voodoo Lounge alive. He didn't have that much DPS left. GG. Well played. Let's see if we can match him again. Sub to the Grub.